Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica and this is Pilates and Core. We're going to be together for about 30 minutes and on a scale from 1 to 10, think challenging, uncomfortable. Now, if that's not your goal, you're going to modify accordingly. Over here, I've got Miss Simone and she's going to make the exercises a teeny bit more challenging. Right over here, we have Miss Andrea, and Andrea is going to make things a little bit easier. So when you're ready, let's start with a warm-up, but let's first bring a little bit of awareness to our feet. So let's spread those toes out. And then I want you to find nice, even distribution. So move around as you try to find that body weight. So a little shift to the front, a little shift to the back. And we're trying to build a bit of a quadrant. So finding even distribution through the mound of the big toe, through the mound of the baby toe, through the outside of the heel and the inside of the heel. Then I want you to energize those thighs. So firm up the thighs, activate the bottom. We're in Calgary, Alberta, so we're gonna zip up those wranglers. Then I want you to give me a little shoulder roll to set those shoulder blades, roughly the size of an orange under the chin. And then when you're ready, we're gonna take a nice big deep breath in through the nose, and we're gonna sweep those arms overhead. And as we breathe out, we're gonna breathe out through our mouth, but you can act like you're breathing out through a straw. Let's do that again. Nice big deep breath in, and then breathing out through that straw. So right now we're awakening that body, then we're gonna go through our warm-up. From our warm-up, we'll do a little standing integrated series. From our standing integrated series, we're gonna go face down on our mat, then we'll do face side, and then we'll finish face up, and then we'll stretch everything out. Last and final time. And then we're gonna take that right hand and we're gonna reach it overhead. So when you're ready, breathe, give me a little reach, give me a little length, and then release that. Let's take that over to the left side, linking that breath. And then release. Let's do that 2 more times. Our theme today is the number 2. Gentle gaze up to that ceiling. Let's release that 1 more time. And then we're gonna bring a little awareness to the rib cage. Bring those hands down up in front and we're gonna lift them up as high as you comfortably can while those shoulder blades are set. And then release that breath. Let's do that 2 more times. Breath in. And then release. Let's do that 1 more time. And then we're gonna get the ribs moving. And then release. The hands come to the hips. And then all we're gonna do is just lift that chest gently, maintaining neutral curvature, and then a little tuck in. And then as we breathe in, we create that length, and a little breath out as we shorten. Let's do that 1 more time. Then we'll bring that awareness to the pelvis. If you need to, widen out your stance a bit, and we're just gonna rock that pelvis slightly forward, and then releasing that breath. So we're just starting to get some movement, starting to bring some awareness to that body. Beautiful. 1 more time all the way through. Excellent. And then when you're ready, let everything go. And you're gonna give me a couple of shoulder rolls. So let's think about opening up and release. 2 more like that, please. Opening up and release. Now we're nice and awakened. Let's start to warm up that body. So we're going to introduce you to a couple of squats. So everyone's squat is going to be a little bit different. Perhaps you like to be a little wider. Perhaps you like to be a little more rotated out. I want you to think roughly the size of an orange under your chin. Lengthen to the collarbone, setting the shoulder blades. Ribs slightly tucked in, and that pelvis is as neutral as you can maintain. We're going to sit down and breathe in. Bring the arms out in front of you. And then when you're ready, come back up to standing. Let's do a few more like this. So we're just rehearsing the movements that are gonna come later. Once we go into our workout, we're gonna add a little twist variation to this. A reminder though that if you have any lower back issues or something doesn't feel right, don't feel like you have to do it. We're gonna do 2 more like this. Finishing up that last one, linking that breath, so breath in to sit down, and then breathe out. Now let's sit down and hold this for a moment and just introduce that first movement. So we're gonna take that right hand and we're just gonna pull the elbow back. If you'd like, you can follow that elbow and then release. Let's do that 1 more time on the other side. Once the workout starts, we'll give you variations. And then when you're ready, bring the hands to your thighs and then roll yourself up 1 vertebra at a time. Coming up, and then give me a couple of shoulder rolls. And we're gonna get ready to transition into some balance exercises. So when you're ready, bring those feet together. Of course, Andrea will be giving us a bit of an easier modification, a little bit more challenge over here with Miss Simone. So bring that awareness to that right foot. Fan out those toes, nice even distribution. I want you to firm up the front of your thighs, bring that awareness to the thighs and the glutes. Nice long spine. Andrea is going to show us the option where just the heel is going to be lifted off. I'm going to show you the middle option where the heel comes off, but the leg is somewhere close to the ground. And then of course, Miss Simone is going to bring that leg up nice and high. Option, hands go to the hips. They can come to heart center, or add a challenge, bring those arms overhead. Your choice where you need to be. I'm gonna come to heart center. We're gonna stay here roughly for 30 seconds. So just starting to bring that awareness to balance. Excellent job, everyone. So notice how your body is responding to this. Balance is really important to help us maintain that functional independence, of course, as we start to mature. And every day we're maturing, aren't we? Getting ready to transition out of this in 4, in 3, in 2, releasing that breath. Take a peek down at the toes. Let's do the same thing over on the left side. So fan those toes out. Nice even distribution through that quadrant. Remember? Big toe, baby toe, outside of the heel, and the inside of the heel. Firm up that thigh, squeeze that bottom, zip up those wranglers, set the body, breath in to prepare. Either the heel slightly lifted off, or energize that leg up as high as you can. Activate the foot. Hands can be at the hips, heart center, or overhead. Your choice where your success needs to be today. And like I said, roughly about 30 seconds here. Maintaining strong functional independence. Excellent job. We got about 15 more seconds here. Then we're going to take it back over to the other side, but we're going to give you an option where we add a little bit of movement in that leg. In 4, 3, 2, place that leg down. Let's go through the same thing we did to set ourselves up. So rooting and connecting that right foot, firm it up. Excellent. Lift that heel off. So option. The other option to get that leg a little higher. Now add a challenge if you'd like. Try to firm up that front thigh and pull that heel away from the body. So you'll see that Simone is demonstrating the option that's available for you for the added challenge. Same thing, we're here for about 30 seconds. Connecting that breath. So breath in and that breathing out and bringing that awareness to the core. So with each breath, having purpose and intention. We've got about 4 more seconds here, and then we're going to do the other side. In 3, in 2, and 1. Lower that foot down and come and root and connect, fanning out those toes, finding that quadrant, firming up the thighs, activating. And now here we go, finding the option that best suits you and your body. Then from here, we're going to prepare to transition into our squatting series. Our squat will give you the option, if you'd like, to add a little twist to this. If you don't want the twist, you don't have to do it. Andrea will be showing you the option where there's a little bit of a twist. I will be showing you the middle one where the arm gets extended, and then Simone's going to show you the little cross back or curtsy option. In 4, 3, 2, come and root and connect into that right foot. So actually, let's fan out those feet, and we're going to get ready for the squat. So option 1, we stay here in this position. If you're choosing to take the added challenge, you're going to come and root and connect into the right foot, but you're going to cross the left foot slightly behind the back heel. Added challenge, we cross even further. And so your choice where you need to be. Again, added challenge, you take a little curtsy sit, and then the leg that is crossed back, we're going to end up twisting towards that foot. If you choose this option, you're going to stay on side 1, and then the second time we do this, we're going to switch sides. So you're going to notice that Simone's going to stay on that side, and Andrea and I are going to continue to alternate. So when you're ready to sit nice and low, Andrea is just going to be pulling that elbow back. And again, you can choose to follow the gaze, and then the other side. Simone is continuing to stay right where she is. Add a challenge, extend the arm. So Andrea is staying with the bent arm, and I'm adding the straight arm. And as you can see, Simone is staying on that one side. You're gonna notice your glutes are firing. Remember, linking that breath. So breath in as we prepare, and as you breathe out, move through that twist. We're almost there. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1, roll up that spine, take a little bit of a break, move those legs around, And then Simone's gonna set herself up where she plants and connects through that left leg, and then you're gonna notice that right foot's gonna slightly cross back. You'll see Andrea and I are gonna give you the modifications. So when you're ready, breath in and prepare, breathe out, sit into this, breath in, and then when you're ready, we're gonna go over to the right side. And so again, Andrea's giving you the modifications. You do not have to do the twist, especially if you have a lower back injury. This may not be appropriate for you. Again, linking that breath. You should be definitely getting some feedback in your thighs, in your bottom. You should notice that core kicking in, linking that breath. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 10 more seconds left here. Then we're gonna prepare to go down to our mat. We're gonna go into a plank and back extension series, and we're gonna do everything twice. Last time all the way through. Beautiful. Place the hands on the thighs, roll yourself up. And once you get up to standing, let's move those legs, please. Ooh, how did that feel? We're gonna, woohoo is right. So we're gonna be going down to our mat. When you're ready, let's get on all fours. Actually, we'll start on our knees. And then from there, we're gonna cue you through. So plank options, you'll see Andrea's gonna be going modified from the elbows and the knees. You're gonna notice that Simone's gonna add a bit of a variation where she's gonna go straight arm, then straight leg, and also with a leg off. I will be going in the middle. We'll take us all back to all fours so I can cue us through. So when you're ready, you're gonna lay one finger down at a time. Same thing as the feet, trying to think nice even distribution through the whole hand and not keeping all the weight into the heel of the hand. Then when you're ready, lower down the other hand, slight elbow rotation in, get those knees directly below the hips. And if you want to, again, if you're going from the elbows, you're gonna hold a bowl of soup on your elbows and try to keep those fingertips apart to really activate those back muscles. Then from there, your choice. So Andrea will be walking out to our knees, myself and Simone out to a full plank. So when you're ready, pressing into those heels, bring it up. Same thing, we're gonna be here roughly 30 seconds. If you're able to, bring those feet together if you're staying in a regular plank. If you're able to, add a challenge as that leg comes off. Squeezing that bottom, pressing evenly through the whole hand. We have about 10 more seconds here. Then, we will do this 2 times. We're gonna go on our belly for back extensions in a moment. From back extensions, same thing. We're gonna give you the challenge of keeping the feet on the ground, taking them off, or adding movement. In 4, in 3, now remember, if you took your leg off, which leg? You gotta remember. And then lower down onto your belly. Once you get onto your belly, press the top of your feet into your mat. Firm up the front of your thighs, squeeze your bottom, gently press into your hands and do a little shoulder roll to start to slightly get that upper body off your mat. Now, this is where Andrea is going to be staying in that modification. Option number 2, Simone and I, our legs are going to come off. Option number 3, Simone takes her hands off. So I'm going to keep my hands connected and then thinking roughly the size of an orange under your chin, length through the collarbones, shoulder blades are in our back pocket. You'll feel a little bit activation into that lower back, but thinking the whole posterior chain, so the back side of the body. We have about 10 more seconds here. Then we're gonna go back up to plank. 2 options. You find the modification you need to get up, or give me 1 perfect push-up. Your choice. In 4, 3, 2, curl the toes under, firm up the thighs, push up if you can, and then when you're ready, you're back into that modification where you need to be for your plank. Same thing, 30 seconds. Thinking about that head placement, shoulder blades, the ribs, the pelvis, linking that breath, and remembering that you are strong enough, you can do this. We've got about 10 more seconds here, and then we're back on our bellies for the next set and last set of our back extensions. So as I said today, the theme of 2s. In 4, 3, 2, and then come on down. You can go modified from the knees if you need to. Press the top of your feet into your mat, firm up the front of your thighs, activate your bottom, gently press into your hands. So Andrea again will keep your feet on the ground, gently pressing into her hands. Myself and Simone, legs come off. Simone's option, hands come off. Now if you're going, Jessica, I need a little bit more, then if you'd like, you can actually add movement. So you'll see Simone lowering her upper and lower body and then picking that back up. So add a challenge if you'd like. We've got about 10 more seconds here, and then we're going to roll onto our sides, and we're going to be doing a side plank and side leg lift series in 4, 3, 2, all right, relax, rolling onto the side of the body. Now, if you're working on a hardwood floor and you know that your hips are not going to be very happy with this, you can always choose to fold your mat a little bit more so you have some extra padding under the hips for the next series. First, we're going to be doing planks. So Andrea will be holding a bowl of soup from her elbow, and we're going to be going modified from the knees. So that will be option number 1. Option number 2, we can go straight leg, and we're going to go elbow. Option number 3, which you'll see with Miss Simone, is we're going to go straight arm and straight leg. And you can see Simone took the foot and then added it to bring that element of balance. So wherever you need to be right now, find that option. If you can, gentle gaze up to the fingertips, reaching for the ceiling. So we are here for 10 more seconds. Then from there, we're going to go into our side leg series. In 4, in 3, in 2, and then when you're ready, lower back down. You can lay that hand underneath your head. Now, Jane Fonda's super cool in the 80s, but right now we don't want to prop our neck up. Instead, I want you to cradle your head into your arms, place your hand gently in front of you on your mat. You're going to straighten out your legs. Now, traditionally in Pilates, we do a lot of pointing, but that shortens up our calf muscles. And by pulling your toes up, we're going to activate the front of the thighs a little bit more. So activate your feet. Then I want you to walk your toes a little bit ahead so possibly you can see those toes. Then when you're ready, a nice big deep breath in. And of course, modification, Andrea will just be lifting the one leg. Simone will be lifting both legs and adding an option of a leg lift at the top, and I'll be in between. Are we ready for this? Breath in to prepare. And then breathe out, stay here. And then breathe out, breathe in. And then breathe out for the movement. Breathe in, stay. And then breathe out. Breathe out to lift. Excellent, so continue that movement pattern, linking that breath. And what I love about this exercise is the arm on the bottom. You're getting a bit of activation into those muscles in the back. You're also challenging the obliques, the muscles on the side of your abdomen. We're challenging the muscles on the outside of the hips, but we're also challenging the muscles on the inner thigh. Excellent job, everyone. You've got 2 more like this. And then finish it up. Last one. Excellent, and then we'll take a break. We're coming back up to plank option number 2 and 3 and 4. We've got so many. So you can go again from the elbows, you can go from the knees, straight leg, straight arm. So Andrea is showing us the modification, and then of course you'll have Simone giving you the harder option. So again, what I've added here, and I'll walk out into a straight leg. If you'd like, extend the arms up. Beautiful job, everyone. And again, we really appreciate you being here today. So that gentle gaze up to the ceiling. We've got less than 10 seconds, and we're going to do that again, and then flip it over to the other side. We're almost through this workout today. Linking that breath in 3, in 2, and then lower down. Cradle the head into the arms. Take that hand to your mat, activate those legs, walk them a slightly bit ahead, linking that breath in to prepare, and then when you're ready, breathe out, hold. Breathe out to lower down. We're breathing in, breathing out to lift, and then lower. Beautiful job. Every once in a while, bring some awareness to that neck and those shoulders, because as we fatigue, you're going to notice that we're going to be clenching in that area. So a little reset every once in a while. Excellent job. We've got 3 more like this. Then we flip it over to the other side. Last 2. And then finish this up. Last one, please. Excellent. Now when you're ready, let's get over to the other side. So same thing, we're gonna start on the elbow, holding that bowl of soup, extra challenge, straighten that arm out. Then we can go into a straight leg, or we can go modified from the knees. Of course, Andrea will be showing you the modification. A little bit of an extra challenge over here with Miss Simone. And I'm going from the elbow and straight leg. So in between, if you'd like, reach the arm up to the ceiling, and that gentle gaze if you'd like. Thinking about your head placement, thinking about those shoulder blades, the ribs, that pelvis, and how well that core is activated. We're at the halfway mark. From there, we're gonna go back down and we're gonna be doing that side leg series. 8 more seconds. In 4, 3, 2, all right, lower down. Come cradle that head into your arms. Take that hand, gently press it into your mat, straighten out those legs. Modification, Andrea is just gonna add that leg lift. And then of course, Miss Simone adding a little challenge, both legs, and then a lift at the top. And I'll be in the middle of the road. So when you're ready, breath in to prepare. And here we go, breathe it out, hold, and then breathe out to lower down. Breathing out, breathe in, and then breathe out. Finding the tempo that best suits your body. And that reminder, notice how our feet, our toes are pulling up towards our shins instead of pointing our toes. The reason being is we want to create length in the back towards the calves and through that Achilles tendon to ensure healthy walking patterns. It also helps us activate the front of our thighs a little bit better. Excellent job, everyone. 2 more like this. Finish it up, last one. And then when you're ready, let's come back to that plank, last and final time. So again, you can be modified from the elbow, straight arm, straight leg, modified from the knees. You know where you need to be. Let's do this. 30 seconds. So thinking about that length through the collarbones and setting the shoulder blades. You can have those feet scattered if you need to. Great job, everyone. So we're beyond the halfway mark. Then we're gonna do that leg lift series one more time, and then we're gonna finish everything on our back. We're gonna be doing some glute bridges and an abdominal series. Traditionally, we think of core and Pilates as all abdominals, but your core is really everything but your face. And then when you're ready, you ready? Let's take it down. Come cradle the head into your arms. Gently press that hand into your mat, set those legs, walk them on a bit of a diagonal, and with that breath in to prepare, find your option as we breathe out. Hold for that breath in and then lower back down. Hold for the breath in, breathing out. You've done so great. So a reminder, we're working your inner thighs, the outer thighs, the muscles on the side of your abdomen, and you're gonna notice a little bit of an activation in those muscles by your armpits. Gorgeous, we're beyond the halfway point. So linking that breath. Beautiful. We have 2 more like this. Last one, finish it up. And then lower down. Then when you're ready, if you had your mat a little bit rolled up, unroll it. We're gonna go on our back. So from our back, I want you to walk the heels in, not to the point where you have to be able to touch them, but where they cause no pain behind the kneecap. Your hands are gonna be laying palms up by your side, and what that's gonna do is just help set your shoulder blades. You're gonna try, if you can, we're gonna come back to our awareness to our toes. Your 2 middle toes are lined up between the center of your ankle, through the center of the knee, and through the hips. So palms are facing up. Now, option number 1, what's gonna happen is we're just gonna lift and lower. That'll be Miss Andrea. And then from there, Simone's gonna add a variation where she's gonna keep one heel off. So we're gonna start so we can see facing the camera. So that right heel is going to be off in this case, and that's gonna give a little more isolation in the other leg. So when you're ready, we're gonna breathe in, and as we breathe out, lift the hips up, and then lower back down, linking that breath, lifting those hips up. And I want you to bring that awareness to the glutes. So really thinking nice even distribution through the whole foot. So not just pressing all the way through the heels, but also thinking about the connection of the mound of the big toe, also the mound of the baby toe. Now the next time we do this, we will give you a little bit more of a challenge. Now if you did choose to take the heel off, you'll have to remember the next time we're going to do the other heel. We have a few more like this. Then we're going to do a single leg stretch, and we'll give you options for those single leg stretches. 2 more like this. Last and final one. Finish it up. And then when you're ready, if you had your heel off, remember which leg it was. Then from there, you're going to just move those hips around a bit, and then one leg at a time, you're going to bring it up to tabletop. In this case, yep, we can point the toes if you'd like. Andrea will be showing you the option where she's not moving into a crunch to protect her lower back. Myself and Simone are going to come into a little crunch, roughly the size of an orange under the chin, and we're gently gazing through the knees. Toes are pointed, hands come to the outside of the knees, and then when you're ready, you're just going to drop that right foot down, slightly forward, and then pull it back in, and then we're going to do the other leg. Now, if you want to be really neurotic, your fingers are going to go to the inside knee, outside ankle. And then you're going to see Simone's going to add a little variation of a twist to this if you'd like. So then there's going to be the option of a little twist. Linking that breath. Beautiful job. Now, if the hands are too much, just leave them by your side. 4 more. In 3. Excellent job. Last 2. Finish it up. Last 1. Then when you're ready, lower the feet back down. If you had your heel off, you're going to take the other heel off now. Or even distribution through the feet. Palms are facing up by your side, breath in to prepare. And when you're ready, breathe out. Lift up those hips. Stay there for a moment, linking the breath, and then lower back down as you release that breath. Let's do that again. Nice and high. So the option is heel can be off, or even distribution through both feet. So you'll see that I've moved into what Andrea is doing. And make sure you didn't do the same leg twice, right? We've all been there. Beautiful. So we have a couple more like this. Last 2. Then from there, we're going to add a little twist to the single leg stretch, and we're going to make it a double leg stretch. So when you're ready, lower those hips down. Reset that back. 1 leg at a time, bring yourself up to tabletop. The hands are going to come by the knees. Now, Andrea will stay out of the crunch. Myself and Simone will go into the crunch. You can stretch the legs out. Sweep the arms overhead and then swim the arms back in. Stretch the arms out and then sweep them back in. Breath out and breath in. Breath out and back in. Excellent job. We want to think about those abdominals pulling in towards the spine, linking that breath. We have 3 more. Then we're done and we get to stretch. Last 2 and back in. Last and final 1. Ooh, bring those knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, rocking yourself side to side. And then when you're ready, you're going to surrender both legs, and you're going to notice our knees are going to drop towards the camera. And then we're going to drop the arms out into a letter T. And you're going to take a gentle gaze. So I'm going to continue to talk to you, but you're going to notice the team has taken a gentle gaze over to the opposite arm just to create some mobility in their neck, a little stretch through the chest. Everyone's going to feel this a little bit differently. Perhaps you feel it through your torso. If you're feeling pain in the spine, though, it may be too far for you. You'll also perhaps notice a bit of a stretch on the outside of the knee and potentially in your inner thighs. We're going to try to hold our stretches for 15 to 30 seconds. If you need to do them longer, please feel free. Then when you're ready, you're going to bring yourself back to center and reset the hips, linking that breath. So as you breathe out and then reset the hips and then allow yourself to surrender over to the other side. conveniently now, we all get to face you. If those knees can't come together, that's fine. If you're fortunate enough that you do have some props at home, like a pillow, you can always place that through the thighs. And again, we're just doing that gentle gaze over to the opposite shoulder. So our goal today was basically to challenge your whole body. We did some 3-dimensional training, challenged the legs, we challenged the upper body, the lower body. We did the torso, so we got the side, the front, the back side of the body. You did a fabulous job today. From there, we're gonna close everything up and we're gonna end up on all fours. So when you're ready, close everything up and then you're gonna make your way flipping over onto all fours. Spread those fingertips out. And then we're just gonna do a little rounding in the spine, so round up, looking gently through the knees. And as you breathe out, a gentle gaze forward, pulling those sit bones back. Let's do 2 more like this. Think about scooping those abdominals up and releasing that breath with a gentle gaze forward. Last and final time right here. And then we're doing a little stretch for the front of the hips. And then release. Then when you're ready, you're gonna take that leg and you're gonna pull it out in front of you. And a little low lunge to start. So keep your one hand connected to the mat. You're looking good right now, everyone. So we're just getting through the front of the hip. And then from there, I'm gonna give you the option, if you'd like, to come and push yourself up. So Andrea's gonna stay in the lower option. You'll see Simone push herself up, and yep, a nice gentle gaze up to that ceiling. And that's just gonna take us a little deeper into that stretch. And we're gonna stay there again for about 15 to 30 seconds. We've got one more stretch for you, and then we're gonna come up to standing and we're gonna call this a day. When you're ready, lower everything down. Conveniently, Andrea is already there. And then let's shift everything out. Bring that one other leg in front of you. And then leaning as far forward as you can. The goal here, if you can, 2 middle toes through the center of the ankle, coming through the center of the knee. So thinking about keeping everything in line instead of allowing that leg to drop out. And as long, a nice long spine. And if you'd like, a little activation in the glutes. So if you squeeze that booty, you'll find that the front of the thighs will allow you to go a little deeper in the stretch. If you'd like, join Simone and I into a little bit of an added challenge. Same thing, we hold for about 15 to 30 seconds. And then with that last and final breath, we're gonna lower everything down and we're gonna roll ourselves up to standing. So when you're ready, close everything up, step together, place your hands over your knees, and then one vertebra at a time, roll yourself up to standing. We're gonna turn and face you, and when you move to standing, move those heels, give me a couple of shoulder rolls, and we're gonna do 2 big deep breaths in. You ready? And breath in. And release. One more time, please. Breath in. And release. We appreciate you making time to be here. Thank you. I am Jessica. This is Andrea. We've got Simone. And you just survived Pilates and Core. We hope to see you again.